Alright, back to the Emerald Graves, and let's clean this bitch up, shall we? Sure, let's go hand in this first. Let's go hand it in. Oh, I should have gone to the war table while I was there. Fuck, whatever. Whatever, too late now. God damn it. Come on, 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 come on.
You saved my people. We'd given them up for dead. Perhaps
Dead.
the stories are true.
Who are these free men of the...
We've heard this, right?
Are but their new leaders are driving them to take the Dales for themselves.
I need to...
Good day then.
Wait, what? We have spoken to him. Hello, game?
Any news, Inquisitor?
The Freemen have been defeated.
Right, yeah,
They
okay.
hurt so many of my people. Now it's finally over. Thank you. Perhaps with the Freemen gone, we can find a proper home. Algon's lodge was always well situated. Inquisitor,
I need to be going.
be safe.
Alright, cool. Anything else going to pop up after that disappears, or... Nope, we got an agent. Nice. Wait, there's a question mark there we never got? Say what?
Maker.
Is it actually here, or is it above us? It is actually here.
Inquisitor, you saved Gertrude and the others. Thank you so much. This is bold of me, but if I could have a moment.
I'd like to know more about you and the rest of the people here.
Most of us are simple folk. Farmers, fishermen. Jolene over there is a smith. Just people trying to escape the war.
What else do you know about Fairbanks?
He is a good man. He found us when we most needed him. He kept us safe. He doesn't like to talk about himself, so I actually don't know much about him.
I'm here. What do you need?
This is about Fairbanks. There is a rumor that he is of noble blood. Once the war is over, many of us will return to serve our lords, to work their fields, raise their brats. Most of the aristocracy know little of the lives of commoners. They care nothing for us. Fairbanks is different. He is a great man. There is much he could do if he had the power. If the rumor is true, if Fairbanks is noble and we have proof... Do you see what I'm saying?
Has he heard the rumor?
Does Fairbanks know about this rumor?
He doesn't like it. And he won't let me discuss it. Stubborn ass.
Probably means it's true, I guess.
This rumor about Fairbanks being noble, what do you want me to do about it?
Oh, I don't mean to impose, but you travel all over the Dales, don't you? Perhaps if you found something that could help. I've written everything I know in my journal. You can look at it.
Okay.
This rumor about Fairbanks...
Perhaps I've written everything I know in my journal. You can look at it.
Goodbye.
Proof of Fairbanks' nobility. Is that... Okay, it's new things that have popped up all over the map. Cool. Well, I guess the fastest way to this one is just straight up walking to it. Well... Maybe not. Maybe it's from going here. Maybe. I have a job for you, Skyrim Horse. An old painting in a carved wooden frame. Paint is rubbed off in some places, carved into the back of the frame. Lord Giraud Lamarck. The portrait shows the lord as he must have looked over 40 years ago. He bears a striking resemblance to Fairbanks. Thank God the enemies haven't respawned here. That's something. Oh, fuck. Right off. God damn it. What? How did his legs not crumple then? A midwife's journal. This time-worn diary was found amongst more valuable items. It is bound in leather and has a solid silver trim, which might be why it was saved. A few entries can still be made out. 16 Haring 98. This has been the coldest winter I can remember. Even the river is frozen. No one should be out there, not in this blizzard. So you can imagine my surprise when there was a knock on my gate. A young woman. She's looking for the Fairbanks cottage. I go out. I say to her, nothing fair about this weather. But yes, you are at the right place. She throws back her cloak and I see she is heavy, less than 2 weeks away. Please help. She's almost in tears. I bring her into the house and sit her by the fire with some tea and slippers. She's young, not more than 20. Her hands are smooth, they've not seen a day of work in her life. Her clothes are travel-stained, but fine. The cloak must be worth at least 50 royals. Beautiful blue, trimmed with fox fur. Her name is Bernice, but she won't say more. Many girls come here not wanting to say who they are. I understand. Bernice has had the baby, a boy, healthy, full head of hair. She named him Évariste. She tried to pay me with a heavy gold locket, a falcon on its face. I asked her what it was. Looks valuable. She says it's her father's, and she doesn't care to have it anymore. I tell her she might not, but her son might one day want to know where he's from. A new year. Bernice should be healthy enough to leave, but it's still cold, and I just cannot turn her out. I'll ask her to stay and be my assistant. I've needed help for a while. My fingers are not as nimble as they used to be. Clever girl. She'll make a fine apprentice. Okie doke. And last one. I guess here is the closest. Traveling, traveling. Keep traveling, traveling, traveling. Yeah, keep traveling, traveling, traveling. Come on. So August is dead. If this continues, we'll lose everything we worked for. We must do something. Send all the men out. Everyone who can fight. I'm heading to the Exalted Plains. There are still some free men hiding out there. We can regroup. Mate, I've already cleared out the Exalted Plains. Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
I can't believe this.
Oh, yes.
Oh, yes. Heraldry and Symbolism. This book offers a comprehensive look at the well-known noble bloodlines of Orlais. Of interest are a few lines in the entry of the House of Lamarck. Emile Lamarck established this ancient house in the time of Emperor Cordelius Dracon. Sadly, the bloodline ended with Lord Giroud Lamarck, who disowned his only daughter, Bernice. The shield of Lamarck bears a falcon, volant on a field of sky, blue and gold. The house's motto is to the sun on blessed wings. The Perrendale War. Not many people take the road west into Perendale for the sake of pleasure. Few living things inhabit the rocky countryside save for silver miners, wyverns, and an astoundingly pugnacious breed of mountain goat. In far-off days, the mountains around the city were full of dragons, and perhaps this was what first brought it to the attention of the Pentecost kings. Certainly it was not the goats. Although the region has belonged to Navarra since the late Blessed Age, travellers here will find much that reminds them of a provincial or legion town. A great carving depicting the lion slaying the dragon adorns Perendale's gate, and many Orlesian lions decorate the city's buildings. And there are still many citizens who cling to the hope that the Empress will restore the city to the Empire. Historians mostly agree that it was not the dragons, nor the silver, and certainly not the goats that began centuries of warfare between Orlais and Navarra. It was Emperor Etienne Valmont and the Pentecosts. In 782 Storm, the Pentecost family, fresh on the throne again for the first time in generations and eager to build up the alliances lost by the Van Markham dynasty, approached the Emperor to solidify a peace treaty through marriage. The Emperor, who was under great pressure to produce an heir, set aside his Empress of 17 years and wed Princess Soteria Pentecost, theoretically cementing a promise of peace and cooperation between Navarra and Orlais. Promises are hard to keep. By 797 Storm, Soteria was still childless, and the Emperor sent her to a cloister that he might marry his mistress. As anyone other than Etienne might have predicted, the Navarrans took this poorly. Angry letters arrived in the Imperial Palace by the cartload. A small war party of Pentecosts rode into Orlais and reclaimed Princess Soteria, but the Navarrans did not take military action yet. They were strategists and knew to bide their time. In 846 Blessed, while most of the Orlesian army was committed to a war in Ferelden, the Pentecosts began their war against Orlais. The Orlesians rallied to defence and drove the Navarrans from Ghislaine and Arlesans, but at the cost of much of their northern territory. Perendale was lost and never recovered, a lingering sign that peace between the two nations was impossible. Aight. Wait, why is there... Huh? Wouldn't we be presenting it to someone down here? Why are we... Who's in here that needs it? And why are there two people? Two possible interested parties? Fairbanks himself or the lady, I guess. I'm going to present it to Fairbanks.
Inquisitor, you haven't.
I have the proof.
You're the child of Lady Bernice Lamarck.
I know who I am. Will you give me what you found, please? Honestly, Clara's intentions are good, but she is young and idealistic. Clara believes that being noble gives you power, freedom. She's wrong. It is just another cage. She told you the story of Lord Giraud Lamarck. The man turned his back on his only child and murdered her one true love for appearances. I don't want to be entangled in that. I don't want Clara in it. Do you understand?
Yeah, you know what? Fair enough. Here you go.
All right. Here's everything I found.
Thank you. This is best for everyone.
I need to be going.
Good day then.
Cool, cool. Varric's got some levels. Or one level. Leaping shot. Where does that go? Who knows? Because, you know, obviously we wouldn't make a fucking system where you can use every ability you buy. That'd be insane. Can I even be asked to figure out what one I want him to get rid of? No, I really can't. What a terrible system. What a truly terrible system. You can only use 8 abilities. When they had already fixed that system in the previous game. You can have 8 abilities on your quick select bar, which is why it's the quick select bar, because you can select them quickly, but you can still use your other ones. It's just more slow to get there because they're on the wheel. But for some fucking unknown reason, they're just not on the wheel anymore. Why? Why would you do that? Why would you remove the option to use all the abilities you've bought? That's just fucking insanity. Right. So, we've got to investigate this fall, and then is the only thing left to do the dragon? Don't make me fight you. We're gonna have to fight him, aren't we? Can't see a good way around. Oh, hey, this is totally a place we saw in a drawing. Come on, start pinging me. Start pinging me. This is definitely a drawing place. There it is. I'm surprised I remembered that. Bianca Arms 4. Have we got 4 before? I don't know. 200 additional health. Am I using... I'm using the Enhanced Belt of Health, which is 100. Give me the Superb Belt of Health, which is 200. Nice. It's literally like, I have double health with this thing on. That's crazy. That's some crazy shit. Wait, have I been in here? Yeah, that's that place. Okay, thank fuck. I was like, please don't give me another fucking chateau I have to explore. Successfully avoided the bear. Whoop whoop. Better's Travel Journal. 17 Haring. I don't want to go to Ferelden. I have to leave everything. My paintings, the cat, and worst of all, Mother's little garden. It's been such a comfort to me since her passing. I don't know what I'll do, but Liesel has little Eves to think about, and the war threatens to consume more of Orlais every day. 20th. The cat had her kittens the day we left. Make her look after her, I cannot. We couldn't even take a little one for Eve, even though he begged. They were too small. They would have died without their mother. 4. Wintermarch. I'm so tired. We spotted a house in the forest, abandoned. There's a roof and some hay, and Liesel agrees that we can stay here for a day or two to recover. Later in Wintermarch, Liesel and Eve have been gone a long time. I haven't seen them in days. Mother made a bed for them upstairs, and I suppose Eve is still young. Young ones need their sleep. It's so good to have Mother with us on this long journey. She always knows what to do. The day it rained. It rained today. Mother and I played a hiding game in the house. I found Liesel. She didn't like it when I found her. She was screaming about Eve. I looked at what I wrote before I guessed there's... What? I looked at what I wrote before, and I guess there is an Eve. I think he's our dog. Mother told Liesel to be quiet. She was ruining the game. Waterfall night. Mother says I bore her. She's just sick again like she was back home. I didn't tend to her well then. She got sicker because of me. Not this time. I asked her what she needed. She says there's a waterfall close by and a wild crystal grace shrub growing by its edge. She wants me to get rose hips for her tea. So she just went to collect flowers and tripped and fell? Whoops. That is what we call a big whoops. Huge. Phenomenal whoops. Do I want to take Varric to kill a dragon? I think it would be better to take my boys, right? There it is. So is that everything? Are we done? It's looking like we're done. The only things left are the requisition things at the camp. Let's just double check the journal. Yes, there are no more emerald. There's no emerald grave section, which means we're done. Which means we just need to go and kill the dragon, which was about here, was it? Or was it up here? It was up, I think it was up here. Can't believe there's not a single closer spawn point, but sure. Hello, big boy. We're off to kill a dragon, the wonderful dragon of Emerald Graves. Do 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 do. I wonder if this one will be hard, whether it will do the thing where it gains armor constantly and keeps it alive for way longer than the others. But I guess we'll find out really soon. We're off to slay a dragon. He's somewhere over here. There he is. All right. Solus, how are you not at full health? What, how? How? Blood-splattered notes. These appear to be scribbled notes of a scholar named Erwin Cavey. The elements have ruined most of the writing. How many times have I sought information on the Dalish, only to find that it is, once again, a tale told by Keeper Gisherol of the Ralaferin clan? We can't have one keeper from years ago be our sole source of knowledge on the Dalish. There must be other voices in the Dalish clans, other perspectives that the elves cannot all be as hostile as the most would. A dark smear obscures the writing. Conclude that it is our prejudice speaking when we repeat these damaging untruths. When I return, the university will finally acknowledge my contributions to Theodosian history. Ferdinand Genetivi, step aside. Remarkably difficult to locate. I'm walking in circles, but take heart, Erwin. This is all for a good cause. There must be someone in this forest who can point me to the Dalish. I'll ask the next person I come. Great stuff. Alright, motherfucker. It is time to get fucked. Wait, there's still a region we haven't found? How? How can there possibly still be a region we haven't found? We've been everywhere. You're an ice dragon, yeah? Eat my fire then, bitch. It is one of these that gains armor constantly. Oh, goody. Oh, joyous joy. Wait, are you getting up? I was about to use my big button, but... Okay, I'm gonna use my big button. Go, go, gadget. This. Thank God if he'd have gone up whilst I used my big button, I think I'd have cried. Thank God he didn't. Bro, you okay up there? Nicely done. Time to sit still and wait again. Woo-hoo! And now we wait some more. Oh yeah.
Now that they are allied with the Inquisition, the rebel mages are likely to enjoy more freedoms.
I expect you are correct.
I thought you would be pleased.
I will be pleased when the world we share is not threatened by a blight-corrupted madman. Regardless of who is responsible, the conflict between Templars and mages helped Corypheus rise to power. We cannot afford to let political infighting distract us from our duty.
Agreed. When it is done, I promise what you have done here will not be forgotten.
Thank you, Seeker. I think.
Would you look at that? Banter, once again, only happening when a fight ends, and not when we're fucking walking around the world for whatever reason. I really wish that they changed that. I don't know, it's like you just never fucking ever get banter. It doesn't matter if you're on your horse or not, it just never happens apart from at the end of fights. It's crazy. Cool, right. Mage only, 145, that's pretty good. 242 dagger, that's pretty fucking great. 10% chance to use hidden blades on a hit with 3 added hits. I don't know what hidden blades is, but that sure sounds good. Helm of the Inquisitor, 31 armor, 9% heal bonus, 34 additional health, 6% melee defense. Pure dragon blood, dragon tooth, dragon weapon, dragon scales, dragon bone. Very nice. Yum, 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 yum. Delicious. That was pretty easy. Wow, I hadn't noticed this before. That's unfortunate. Man's been eaten. Just the stomach. Right. Well then. Thank you, Emerald Graves. You've been alright. In terms of visuals, probably my favorite area in the game. In terms of quests, I mean, it's nowhere near as good as Fallow Mire. Nothing is ever as good, anywhere close to as good as Fallow Mire. But were you better than Western Approach? Yes. Were you better than Forbidden Oasis? Yes. Were you better than Exalted Plains? Fucking most definitely. Were you better than Storm Coast? Yes. Crestwood? Yes. Although Crestwood is up there. Hinterlands, obviously. Yeah. I think Emerald Graves is my second favorite behind Fallow Mire, but it's quite a gap between them still. And there we go. There we go. It is done. It is completed. And you know what that means, ladies and gents? That means that next part is main mission. Bum, 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 ba-dum, bum, ba-dum, bum. We still have Hissing Wastes and Emprise de Lyon, I think, are the 2 remaining big areas we can explore, which we could do now, but I'm trying to do 1 big area, 1 main mission, 1 big area, 1 main mission kind of thing. That is what I'm aiming for. Were these banners here before? Am I going insane? I don't remember these banners being here. I have absolutely zero memory of that. Huh.
Drills upon drills. Familiarity.
You got anything to say, Cass? Oh, she does.
Planning troop movements now.
I'm trying to imagine what it will look like when we're done. All of this once belonged to the Tevinter Imperium. Andraste changed that, as did the Blights. As for what will come next, I cannot guess the Maker's plan.
You know what's the best thing about this game? Is just, like, how much dialogue and how many, like, proper... You know, it's not like... I feel like Dragon Age Origins and Dragon Age 2, they had a decent amount of dialogue with companions. Origins... Did Origins have more than 2? No. 2 had more... Yeah, you went to their houses and shit in 2. And you had some dialogue, but it was like 3 or 4 times throughout the game. But, like... They were always really short. And Origins, it was just around camp, and there wasn't that much of it. And in this game, it's like... Just constant fucking huge conversations. The amount of dialogue, and the amount of voiced dialogue, no less, is like... Absolutely mind-blowing. I'm pretty sure it's got to be the most I've ever seen. Like, maybe Persona 5 Royal would beat it for voice dialogue, but even that game had, like, a lot of non-voice dialogue. So, there's just so much in this game. It's massively impressive, and it's all, like, really interesting stuff. None of it feels, like, phoned in or anything. Very impressive. We make things better.
We make the world a better place.
Because everyone agrees on what better means. I
Yeah, it
know
means no
I
Templars.
want a world
Yeah,
where people
everyone agrees.
trust the Chantry
Everyone agrees,
and that
yeah.
trust is
Yeah.
respected. I want to respect tradition, but not fear change. I want to right past wrongs, but not avenge them. And I have no idea if my wanting these things makes any of them right.
Admirable goals.
Even if they're not right, they're certainly admirable.
Some would disagree. They would call it heresy.
That didn't sound like the ravings of a heretic, Cassandra.
Perhaps not. But it takes precious little effort to paint even an act of compassion as damaging. Tell me, what guides you? You make decisions that shake the world, yet always seem so assured. I wish I had your confidence.
You admire me?
You almost sound like you admire me.
I absolutely do.
Aw.
I may not always agree with your decisions, but how many could do what you have done? You were a prisoner, accused and reviled, yet you've emerged from every trial victorious. The Maker's grace does not make you immortal. You live or die by your own hand. That is worthy of admiration.
I obey my conscience.
I'm guided by what my conscience tells me.
Your conscience must speak more clearly than mine.
Yeah.
I doubt it, but I do my best.
I feel like my conscience is a pretty
Think of
clear
it.
guide.
Like Andraste long ago, once again the fate of Thedas will be determined by a woman. It makes me proud to know you.
I feel like it's obvious we're friends, right? But I'll say it anyway.
I hope we can call each other friends.
I hope so too. We still have a long road to travel, Inquisitor. Wherever it takes us, I'm glad you're here.
Nice. It's just a really nice conversation, man. There's just so many of them. I love it. I love it. You never know
Hello
when you're going to
again.
get a new one, but it's like quite often.
Do you have any advice for me?
Nothing that you could not think of yourself.
Alright, it is time to build us a better fucking joint. Main watchtower. Go. Restore and improve the large tower for an imposing cosmetic change. Invest in this upgrade to choose between a mage or Templar tower. Guys, guess which we're gonna choose? It's a tough choice, that.
We are honored to serve.
How do I actually make that choice? I forget.
Do you know what it was?
I actually don't remember how I make that choice. I had to do something. Fuck. I have no idea. I remember I had to do something to make it happen, but that's the hand it into Cullen thing. I cannot remember for the life of me how I make that choice. Oh well. What was the other one? Wait. I need another logging stand? Oh, fuck me. I thought oh, I must have... I guess I spent it. I thought I had an additional logging stand. I thought I had like an extra spare logging stand, but I guess not. Fuck. Alright, how do I make this choice then?
Your worship.
Was it on the war table, maybe? Might have been on the war table. Does my boy have anything to say?
Venan,
We'll talk.
Dareth Shira.
Bruh.
Something you need?
Nope.
I do.
What about Leliana, Leliana? Oh, hey.
A message from Divine Justinia.
Pretty sure she's dead.
Dead people usually don't send messages. And I see you feel it necessary to inform me of this.
Hey man, I'm
This
just bantering.
message was written months, perhaps even years ago, to be delivered to me if she died. I've heard of such contingency plans. A sudden death often leaves loose ends. I'm to go to Valence, a small village on the waking sea. There is something hidden there.
Okay. What will you find, do you think?
Do you know what you're looking for? The Divine was a powerful woman who used her position to obtain all sorts of things. Whatever she hid in Valence would very likely benefit the Inquisition and must be kept from falling into the wrong hands. If I'm lucky, she will have instructions for me.
Oh wait, no, I don't want to say that. I mean, it's additional dialogue, but... Well, it's not like she's one of the companions that approves and disapproves, right? So I guess I can say this, but like, I wouldn't say this, but I'm curious what she'll say. Like, if this was an IRL situation, I would not say, I instruct you, she doesn't, but I'm too curious, so we'll click it.
You take your instructions from me. What sort of help can a dead Divine give you? I don't know. Perhaps something to do with a chantry. Or it could be personal.
That was a very
She
measured
guided
response
me for
from her.
many years, Inquisitor, as a Divine and as a friend. There are days when I still look to her for advice, only to remember that I am alone.
That is a very measured response from her, considering what a dickish comment that was for me to make.
Why hide things in Valence? What's so special about it? Justinia was revered mother at the chantry there for many years before she became the Divine. It is a place that holds great meaning for her.
Whatever you need.
I'll help in whatever way I can. Wonderful. I was hoping you would agree to come with me to Valence.
Oh!
One more thing. If what is hidden in Valence is as valuable as I think, we're not going to be the only ones looking for it. I shall meet you at the chantry in Valence. Try not to delay.
Well, I'm afraid we've got a main mission to do before that, but I was not expecting to be going on a mission with Leliana in this game.
So Varric knew where the champion was all along.
That was weird.
That's the last time we sent Cassandra to interrogate. You seem to know a great many people. I have made friends, and on occasion enemies. It's unavoidable.
Tell me about Morrigan. Hello!
What do you know of Morrigan? She's changed. She used to be so disagreeable, cruel. She said things just to hurt people. Now the sharp edges have worn away. Perhaps it was Kira.
Perhaps it was me.
Normal, like any other little boy, and so polite. Not that I was expecting anything else. I mean, never mind. We can continue this conversation later. You know where I am.
Right, let's hand in the Cullen shit. That's very cool that we've got a Leliana mission.
The smugglers we interrogated gave up the Red Templar's main source of red lyrium, Inquisitor. It's
Poggers?
located in the Dales, near a town called Sarnia. Destroying the mine there will cripple Samson's operations.
Well done.
Excellent work, Commander. I'll investigate the mine.
Destroying the Red Templar's source of lyrium will be a loss Samson won't soon forget.
Sick.
I'd be perfectly happy never again setting foot in the Winter Palace. It wasn't the gossip and backstabbing, I know what the game entails, but the indifference to it all.
I know what you mean.
I didn't care for it myself.
I shouldn't be surprised. The Chantry can be the same. Their politics are less extravagant, but just as heated. Gaspard rules a country. The divine influences half a continent.
Anything I should know?
Is there anything I should know?
Only that I'm never playing cards again. I still can't find my... It doesn't matter. I don't know how Varric talked me into that.
Banter.
Is there anything I should...
Many of our recruits viewed the Grey Wardens as heroes. To see how far they've fallen, it's disheartening.
Is there...
My senior officers report that the soldiers are in good spirits. Having the Imperial Army as an ally has bolstered their confidence. The Orlesian military is highly regarded. Of course, I'd wager our own recruits are equal to any chevalier.
Why does the anything I should know button keep flipping between the top and bottom option?
Is there any...
There are fewer arguments between our Templar and Mage recruits than when we started. I've seen them trading stories, building one another up for the fight to come.
What a
I
miracle.
pray this won't be lost when their common enemy is gone.
It will.
Is there...
Your plan is sound. We are ready to move on the Arbor Wilds when you give the word. I will see you reach the temple before Corypheus.
Is there...
Not at present.
That's...
Another...
Cool. Well, we've got a Leliana mission, we've got a Cullen mission. These will all be things that happen after the main mission. See if Viv has anything for us. Yep.
My dear, I know you must have a great deal on your mind right now, but I need to speak with you. You know as well as I how far the Inquisition's influence has spread, and how desperate the Grand Clerics have become. Our opinion will be instrumental in their election of the new Divine.
Good. I suspected as much.
I thought that might be coming after the Grand Ball.
The Inquisition may not be invited to their vote, but our actions will certainly influence the Grand Clerics. To sit on the Sunburst throne, a candidate should have grace, charm, and a will of solid steel. Cassandra may lack the first two, but unless you can think of someone better, she is the strongest choice.
Leliana is the better choice. What platform do you support?
What would your ideal divine do with her power?
The most important thing, of course, is the restoration of the Circles and the Templar Order.
Of course.
The institutions that have protected Thedas for ages must be rebuilt, and the malcontents utterly crushed.
Of course.
We cannot allow anarchists to threaten the lives of the innocent. After we have restored sanity to the world, there will be time to address voices of dissent.
I should have known that she would have the fucking stupidest take ever.
Where can we find candidates outside of the Chantry? There must be someone other than Leliana or Cassandra.
The Chantry is already desperate. They would not look to unordained women if they had any choice. You may have better luck searching the halls of the Imperial Court. There are many women serving the Empire who have the necessary presence and acumen.
You'd make a good divine? I'd rather fucking kill myself.
Leliana might be a better choice than Cassandra, don't you think?
Leliana is a well-meaning fool.
Jesus
She will do
Christ.
irreparable harm to countless people in the name of freedom.
You
She
would do
proposes
irreparable
to
harm by
abolish the
setting things
circles
up the
with
way they
nothing but
were,
a solemn
that
promise
didn't
from
work,
mages not
which
to
is why the
murder
mages
children.
rebelled.
When an angry mage lashes out inside a tower, villages aren't destroyed. The Circle protects us all.
Doesn't protect
Mages
the
will
mages.
die and take ordinary men with them in a war that cannot be won. Consider carefully, Inquisitor. Everything we do is a sign from the Maker to those who seek one.
God, I hate Viv. Hello, camera?
Did you need something, darling?
She is the worst! Ah yes, the primary thing we should do is set things up the way they were that failed, which caused this fucking war in the first place. And then maybe, possibly, after that's reset up, maybe we'll think about addressing some of the issues. Like, no, you fucking moron. Those issues are too big to just set everything back up the way it was and think that everything's just going to be able to be sorted at that point. Like, there is zero chance. Alright, we got another perk. Are we just doing even bigger inventory? Probably, right? True Grit. 10%. Increase to defense. Like, we're never dying, so I don't think that is particularly something I care about. Schematics, no. Harvesting, don't care. Search, don't care. Retroactive XP, maybe one day. Additional landmarks. I mean, I find most landmarks on my own, I feel like. Buying and selling stuff. I don't do much of that. Well, I sell a lot of stuff, but I don't spend much money, so who cares? One more potion slot. Oh, wait, I already got the additional. Oh, shit, I thought I had... Oh, okay. I don't know then. I thought I could upgrade my inventory one more time.
I have not asked in a while. How goes the hunt for Samson?
We're close. I know it.
If I can help you any further...
Thank you. I appreciate it.
I actually don't know what to get then. I thought we'd be getting the additional inventory, but there isn't any. Maybe the landmarks and points of interest, but that does just mean that I'm going to be spending longer on every map. Because if they're on the map, then I will go and get them. Whereas currently, they're not on the map. And so, I don't feel like I must search everywhere to 100% it. But if they do show up, then I've got to do it, kind of thing, so... I don't know if I want to do that. Additional 50% XP for each foe studied, applied retroactively. Should we just go for that? I mean, it's kind of... I don't know, it's kind of a dull one, but... Maybe increase max number of potions by 4. But again, it's not like we've really needed additional potions. I don't know. Not many I really care about now. Let's just go for this then, I guess. Let's get some extra XP. Maybe it'll be enough for an additional level. Because it's applied retroactively. Right, what have we got? What have we got? Harvest, history. Our soldiers allowed Isthmus Goodson to leave his holdings before they razed his fields. There were reportedly several oddly coloured clouds that choked a flock of birds. While there's no sign that he's intended to supply an enemy, he had the means to do so. A note from the apothecary. Interesting times. Though it was not the final action I was hoping for, I thank you for this interjection. I look forward to ensuring the health and effectiveness of the Inquisition for as long as needed. Sure. Compliments to your spy master. She's a resourceful woman. Once she traced our agent to Cayman Bray, the match was ruled in her favour. Tell Sister Leliana to call off her dogs, save them for Corypheus. We suspect also that she's gotten all she can from Sir Helmuth. A caterpillar on a leaf does not know there is a forest about him. You will hear no more from us. Our intention was to watch, and we've seen enough. Corypheus threatens us all, and the Inquisition is Thedas' only hope for stopping him. Remember that for the moment, we are not your enemy. As a gesture of goodwill, we share our knowledge. May it prove valuable in your coming battle. Master Demon Slaying Rune. Okay, interesting. The consequences of Blackwall's lie. We've sent emissaries with formal apologies. We returned all that could be returned. We paid in kind for what could not. Leliana will store the Grey Warden treaties in the archives in remembrance of mistakes made and lessons learned. Cool, sounds good. Right. This is a big one. This is an overnight jobby. So I'm not going to set this one to go yet, because I'm going to be recording the main mission straight after this. This one, though. This is a couple of hours, was it? Oh, this is only 48 minutes, alright. With her treachery revealed, Marquise Ephiloche Buffon has fled into the mountains. Yes. We're looking for safe passages. Yes.
Inquisitor.
Go Gadget Leliana. Right. Was there a Josephine one anywhere? Was this a Josephine one? I think that was a Josephine one. Wait, was it? What was the... I mean, I think that was a Leliana one. What was this one? I mean, should we encourage the behavior? I mean, not necessarily, but like, it sounds like the dude's a dickhead, so I'm not against it. Alliances reaching ever upwards. I think that's the Leliana one. Manage stolen property, draw out the Red Templar Lieutenant. That sounds like a Cullen thing. Looks like Fairbanks was good on his word. The Freemen were helping the Red Templars smuggle red lyrium through the Dales. In exchange, they received gold and supplies, which was to go towards the furtherance of their cause. The hopes were fueled, then exploited. We can end this by drawing out the Red Templars responsible for encouraging Freeman activity. Cullen. Liliana says, the Red Templars know we've taken out their leaders, but the Freemen are all over the Dales. We'll pose as a surviving Freeman cell and re-establish connection with the Red Templars, asking for a meeting to receive further instruction. Or, the Red Templars have already sent reinforcements to the Emerald Graves to protect their operation. We can capture some of them, deny them lyrium long enough, and they'll talk. Sure, sounds good, mate. Sounds good. Manage stolen property. Thanks to you and the help of the Inquisition, order is returning to the Dales. The Freemen are clearing out, leaving behind their camps and all the valuables they stole from the noble homes. Perhaps the Inquisition has plans for what we've recovered. Cullen, I say we seize it and put it to good use, begin by reinforcing Fairbanks' camp, turn it into a base that can be used by our own soldiers. Liliana, the assets of nobles often have more than intrinsic worth. Somewhere in that clutter we'll find an advantage, something to hold over someone else. I say we use it as bait in one form or another, and see who bites. Or, the Freemen's amassed fortune came from abandoned noble mansions. Returning everything to its rightful owners will earn us significant goodwill. I'm sure it would, but probably better that we get this. Well, yeah, it's probably better that we do a Leliana with that. Meet Orlesian mercenaries. Negotiate a deal for weapon plans. I recently became aware of a talented and inventive young blacksmith from the Anderfels. Once we were introduced through my extensive connections, I negotiated a deal to obtain his weapon plans for the Inquisition. Unfortunately, I've just now been outbid by a nobleman from Voldorma, who maintains a private army. I would hate to lose those designs. Is there anything we can do? Liliana, our need is greater. Leave that to me. I'll have him persuaded. Or Josephine, I could attempt to find a compromise. Knowledge can be shared. After all, I'm sure it'll be reasonable. It's probably a Liliana one. Fuck me. Inquisitor, if you believe it would be helpful, I'd be pleased to take the Bull's charges into Orlais to meet with mercenaries currently serving Orlesian nobles who wish to rebel. A well-placed word from one professional to another could pull the teeth from the enemy and bolster the Inquisition's ranks. Liliana, a few drops of poison in the right wine glass, and some of these will be looking for a new employer. While the charges lean on the mercenaries, I can lean on the nobles. Between us, we can subvert any possible rebels. Yeah, that's a Josephine one. Cool. Alright. There we have it. Ladies and gentlemen, another open world section has been completed. Oh hey, it did give us a new level. Sweet, I thought it might. So, what were we getting ourselves? I don't actually remember. Every spell you cast shortens your cooldown times. Cast a fire spell, consumes half your barrier to empower it. I actually can't remember what one I wanted. What was it? Was I going for this next? Probably, but what am I getting rid of for it? There's nothing I want to get rid of for it. I mean, Dispel is the one I use the least, but it is helpful for Fade Rifts. I think I'm going to go for this cooldown reduction. And see where we go from there. Cassandra doesn't have anything new. Oh my god, Sarah has 20 points. Well, Sarah's never getting used. Dorian doesn't have anything new. Blackwall's never getting used. Cole's never getting used. Viv's never getting used. 22 points for Viv. You don't have any. You don't have any. Bull does. What are you wanting, Bull? What was I moving towards for you? 20% damage bonus for the party. Sounds good. Cool. Alright, yes, so, in the next part, we are doing What Pride Had Wrought. The Inquisition's efforts have weakened Corypheus' attempts to stir unrest in Thedas. Now is the ideal time to strike. Consult the advisors to plan the next move. Return to the war room to confirm the plan of attack. I'm very excited. There has not been a single bad main mission. There has not been a single bad main mission. Every main mission in this game has absolutely fucking slapped and, like, just shat upon all the previous main missions in the previous games. Like, the ones in this game are just insane. So, yeah, I'm very excited to see what comes next. They have not let me down yet. Hopefully they won't going forward. We shall see. Thank you very much for watching. Hope you've enjoyed. If you have, if you could leave a like and subscribe if you haven't already. Share the videos around, share the playlist around if you can. I would really appreciate that. And I'll see you next time for more Dragon Age Inquisition. Thanks for watching. See you then.